Video this week about setup for the bike and for the rower.
With the bike, you might look at putting the seat at about the height of your hip bone. You'll know it's too low if when you hop on the bike, you've got too much of a bend to the knee at the bottom of the stroke. So here with the pedal at the bottom, I got a slight bend still left to my knee. That allows me to basically unload all of the force at the bottom each time I come through. It also allows my quad to relax a little in the middle of that rotation. If it's staying bent the entire time, just blows out your quads that much more. So make sure you're high enough so you can get, again, a little bit of release at the bottom of your push. As for setting the seat forward or back, kind of depends on what you're shooting for, what you're wanting to focus on. So with the seat forward more, it tends to be a little more quad dominant. So if the workout is, let's say, box jumps or front squats with the bike, I might not want this because I might want to give my quads a chance to relax somewhere in the workout. Being this close might not be very good for me for later as the rounds accumulate. Moving the seat back, it allows the focus to shift more to your hips. So again, if this is a workout, box jumps and front squats, now my quads have a chance to relax a little and I can focus more on my posterior, doing a lot of the work. Being further back does mean I'm leaned over more. So let's say there's deadlifts in the workout. Again, that's posterior and back driven, so being this far back might not be good, so now I'm leaned over more to make this happen. Now how about what's your upper body doing while you're biking? Being wild and rotating the entire time may feel like it's more powerful. It's actually more inefficient. So the body needs to stay stable and just let the arms move around you. Just like when you're running, you don't run like this. You run and let the arms move, right? So it's the same idea, be straight and just push the arms. When you're locking the mechanism in place, obviously you're pulling up and down and letting the notch slip in. You don't need to screw all the way in. That's not going to make it any tighter, really. One turn is plenty. Does it move a little? Sure, but it's not going to slip out and cause you to fall down as you're biking.
All right, how about setup for the rower? When it comes to the feet position, kind of similar to what you might do on the bike.
Having the foot position set up higher makes it a little more quad dominant. Having the foot position set lower makes it a little more posterior and back dominant. You might shift either or depending on the workout or depending on what you're strongest at. Whatever you do, probably don't want to get the ball of your foot over top of the foot pad here so that you're not pressing off a solid surface as you drive back. So this is a higher position. This is a lower position for me. You can change these positions based on whatever you find is best for you. A lower position, again, makes it a little more posterior and back dominant. Pushing these higher makes it a little more quad dominant. As for these numbers here, this is called the damper setting. Lower being easier, higher being harder. But higher is not necessarily better for you to row at. Doesn't necessarily make you a better rower, and it doesn't necessarily build strength anymore than a lower number. Play with this to work with your strengths. Stronger athletes might prefer a higher number so they can row slower but pull more aggressively and get a lot for each pull. Athletes who are still developing their strength, that are maybe a little more conditioning focused or have a conditioning background, might go a little lower so they can go faster turnarounds, more frequent pulls that aren't as strong. And that allows you to basically pull even with the stronger athletes who are up here, not pulling as many times per minute. A good way to find out which one's right for you is to pull 20 seconds at each number and see how far you get in 20 seconds. Whichever one you get farthest in, that's probably the number you should set yours at.